How goes it, everybody? So we are at the start of 2022, and I got to hurry because I have to go to the shop and got to print a bunch of stuff and get a printer ready to, head on out of the region. And I want to talk about a few things that at the start of 2022, I don't want you to fall in a trap. You honestly cannot trust the average YouTube video reviewer. And man, this goes for almost all of them, right? Because what you will find is that the majority of YouTube video reviewers are not using a product daily. They're just making fucking videos, man. That is the prime method behind a YouTube influencer's videos is revenue through views. They don't give a fuck if they sell you a product and that product doesn't work. They don't give a fuck if you go out and invest $10,000 on something like a white toner printer when these lying scoundrels have never even put up the money to buy their own white toner printer. And this goes not only from the YouTube influencer, but also to the sales company. And, I want to just kind of delve into a few of these things. I want you to realize that the average company who's printing out there, would dare not do a wash test of something like a white toner. Give me a second just to pull up a video. Take a moment for an instant to look at this scoundrel right here. I call this guy a scoundrel, nothing but a huckleberry influencer, right? And I guarantee you the guy's probably never bought his own fucking printer, ever. We've all seen this clown, and
got this thing in the mail. All I can say is
this guy right here, right? So you are a fucking YouTube influencer fraud. And why do I say this? White toner laser printer, game changer, mind blown. No, it's fucking not, and you know it's not. Here's the real skinny on this situation. This clown right here did not buy a white toner printer. It was sent to him by Joe Dovey for free so that he could hustle white toner printers and get people to spend the money to buy a white toner printer, knowing full good and well that the product is a piece of junk. And this guy is just the same thing. Now, although Cam does print, but he certainly didn't the cheapest DTG printer. Dude, why don't you fucking tell the truth, man? So it's not a DTG printer. Look, 1 year ago, right? 1 year ago, I'm like, hey, dude, do a wash test. And I think my comment got removed. It did. So, and then here, of course, here's a guy that sent him the printer immediately rebuttaling, my comments. So what I was hoping that Cam would do, and Cam, if you ever watch this video, and you probably fucking won't, right? If you ever watch that video, Cam, will you please fucking do a wash test review? Because your video right here has been seen nearly 700,000 times, and you're selling people into buying shit. And he knows it. He's a screen printer. I'm a screen printer. Do you ever think that a working screen printer is going to fucking use an Oki laser or a white toner printer? No, man, because this is what they do. I had somebody ask me to print something, so I printed it with a white toner printer. And I've got several here that we can look at, right? So I printed this with white toner. Look at this shit, man. I can just sit and flake this thing all the way off. Do you guys really want to give something like that to your customer because these two jackasses here told you to buy one? I got hooked into a white toner printer because of a fucking YouTube video reviewer. And today it infuriates me because all these guys are doing is pumping revenue, right? They weren't like me. Okay, so I saw a YouTube video, you know, the Magic Touch video of all these guys, you know, and I'm like, yeah, well, I do direct to garment now. Let me just go ahead and get one. And so I bought my own like a fucking idiot. You know, I buy my own Oki 8432, right? And the product is just, man, immediately I noticed that I just made something here. It's kind of funny. It's in a Facebook group, in which I'll post over here in a minute, and you guys will laugh. But, you know, this is the problems that the technology of white toner laser printer, you know, the problem that they, I thought I saved that photo, man. I wonder where it went. Right here. So this is kind of funny, right? I mean, only a few people will laugh at this because, you know, they have to be a printer to understand it. But white toner printer results, what the customer is expecting, they're expecting their print to look like this guy here. But when you print it to a shirt, we know that black people come out orange. And, you know, hey, you know, it's just one of the damn problems. Now, let me show you something. That's a white toner shirt that I just showed you that's flaking to hell. You know, and I know all the people out there are going to say shit like, oh man, did you use T-Seal? What kind of heat press did you have? And I tell them usually this. I have the heat press that they engineered white toner printing after, which is the Instapress 256. It's the best heat press in the world for printing shirts, far better than the Fusion, which I used to have, and the Hottronics that I used to have. You know, and I go back and I look at different Facebook groups, you know, that people are just going off on me. And, you know, like in this group right here, which is white toner buy and sell, and you look at the people, does anybody prefer DTF over white toner printing? Hell yeah, dude, everybody in their right mind does, because the damn product doesn't crack. Now, as you guys know, I printed the first DTF print in America. I was the first one to do it, long before DTF Superstore, long before Kingdom DTF or any of these guys. I was the first person live to print the first DTF t-shirt in the country. And the first shirt that I printed is right here. The ink that I used was Yagzunda ink. And this is the shirt right here. I keep it on my wall, right? Hundreds of washes. I still wear it today versus white toner, cracking and peel bullshit nonsense right here. Although Fauci's a fraud, you know, let's not get into that right now because that's not what this video is. I don't want to piss off all the COVID tards out there. I want to save people from making foolish, expensive purchases like white toner, like these jackasses are doing in their video. Oh man, the greatest fucking print since, you know, sliced bread or whatever. You know, these guys, YouTube pisses me off at times because the people are liars, man. They're influencers, don't give a fuck about the money you're going to lose. Bam, made a video, I'm out of here. I hope you get stuck. Whereas, you know, somebody like me, I want you to be printing and I want you to be successful. And for those people, you know, that literally buy printers from me, I'm not selling a printer that I myself would not buy today. So that's the difference, is that, you know, these YouTube video influencers, man, they don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, I got a cool new product. Let me go out and tell everybody how awesome it is. And you just look at them, and the back of your mind, you know something is up, right? And I'm not comparing something like a Silhouette Cameo cutter or anything like that. Man, I'm talking about $6,000 and $7,000 purchases just to buy these stupid fucking printers. You know, I'm furious. I'm sick of it, because I see all the fucking people in these groups, man, and they're like, "Oh, Ernest, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, I've used white toner," and I'm going to get to it here in just a minute. This guy's going off on me right here in this group, telling me that he's been printing for 6 years, and that's complete bullshit, because I know the guy. White toner for the win over DTF, dude. You are fucking insane, James Dignan. He's been using it for 6 months. What I like is that his Oki is designed by a major manufacturer exclusively for white toner decoration. Bullshit. Bullshit, dude. They did not invent the white toner printer. The technology was not for printing fucking white garments. The white toner printers were invented or modified, should we say, for printing documents, printing white documents over black. And then the evolution of the process came that they could, oh man, we can, you know, print on paper, and take that paper and print it to a t-shirt, and then you see what happens. Anybody that fucking tells you that white toner printed shirts don't crack, they're frauds. They're full of shit. And you know, it's not only that, but we're going to look at other things that, you know, piss me off. So it's a known fact that YouTube video reviewers lie. And the fucking first thing that we should be asking these guys is, show us your receipt. Show us your receipt of purchase, because odds are, you know, your ass wouldn't buy these printers. I have YouTube video influencers contact me every fucking day, and they're like, "Hey, Ernest, send me a printer and I'll do a YouTube video about that." And my thoughts are, go fuck yourself. Why would I send you a $10,000 printer and just let you do a YouTube video review? Fuck, man, I could do more. I could do more videos if I wanted to. Hell, I own the print. I own the largest supply of 24 and 44-inch DTF Epson printers in the United States of America. I should say I own, you know, the company owns these printers. YouTube video influencers, you know, thanks for a lot of your help, but dude, let's be truthful. You motherfuckers have shipwrecked people. And I'm not talking, you know, the essence. Let's just bring something together for myself, right? I have two options when somebody buys a printer from me. You buy a printer from me, and then you pay for my knowledge, so that, you know, it's a combination purchase. You get your printer, and then I train you. But I don't fucking train people for free. And so they get all pissed off, you know, goddamn, you know, hey, dude, sorry. You know, if you want me to be your fucking coach, that's going to cost you a shitload of money. If you want to learn how to print a shirt like this that's been washed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, and it still lasts today, then guess what? I'm going to have to teach you that, and that's going to be very expensive, especially color profiling and stuff like that. So if you take, you know, this shirt here, and we just start to crack or peel or pull this thing, dude, you don't want this shit. You don't want white toner printing ever. And, you know, people are like, Ernest, you know, why don't you, you know, do a video that compares it? Because I don't want to fucking print on white toner. It's too goddamn much money. Sorry for my swearing. I have a comment here that, you know, I want to focus on, but, why are these YouTube video reviewers not admitting that, hey, Joe Dovey from iColor sent me a free printer? Do you think that they're going to do that? Hell no, man. Do you think that the girl that has the Silhouette Blog School, I forget her name, do you think that girl's going to tell you, hey, I didn't buy any of these, No, they're not going to do that. They just won't do that. So here, you know, what are you going to do, man? Let's take a look at all these YouTube video reviewers, right, that are that you should really, wonder about. There's no fucking way, dude. So this chick right here, Joe Dovey, gave her a free Uninet. And then, the free Uninet printer that she got, she also has a Roland, what are they called? A Roland DTG printer, which is another piece of shit. It's so here's the thing, right? And I really don't want to just sit around and bash on YouTube video reviewers, but what I want to do is call you to being aware that these reviewers don't give a fuck about what you spend. They don't care. They don't need to care, right? They're there to get those videos above 40 to 50,000 views, because if they do that, the dynamics change, already. I've never sold somebody a printer that I did not myself first buy out of my pocket, test, and work with. When I see these influencers and they're, spitting off shit like they're, like they're the most knowledgeable people, and they're not, these guys are I guess they're just fucking trying to make videos. I don't understand it. I don't understand for the life of me of putting somebody in a massive debt just to make a fucking video, right? We, the seller, take the greatest risk that there is in the business, right? And you have to remember something. Not only are YouTube video reviewers liars, buyers can be liars as well. And you have to be very wary. I almost have to act like a cop in some cases when somebody's trying to buy something from me or our family, because, when you take credit card payments from somebody, or you take, all these forms of Shopify payments, the person has the ability to reverse that payment for a year. Now, thankfully, my wife's company is owned partially by the law offices of William and Hogan in New York. So I don't have to worry about that, because having an attorney as a partial owner of our company makes us almost sue-proof. But we have to do that, right? Because when I get a customer that has a white toner printer and they've been duped into a white toner printer sale, they're furious, man. They're pissed off. And so the one thing that I have to do is just sit back, make no rash decisions, which I've done in the past. I've driven to places like Columbus to drop off printers only to be, swindled. And of course I'm protected against this, but I realize that, the majority of people out there, even you who are watching, when you sell a product to a customer, how many times have you been burned over shirts, right? And I think that the mentality of a person is they just want to be able to print, right? They're so desperate to print and get out of the jam that they're in, that a lot of these fucking YouTube video influencers, put them in, that they, they're just desperate, man. They're desperate. This guy's claiming that he's fucking mind blown. Man, this guy, if I ever see him, I'm going to give him a big fuck you, dude, because you're a scammer, a liar. White toner laser t-shirt printing, and he's saying it's the best thing he's ever had. So, it's unlike, let me compare something, right? Because, nobody gets called scammers what do you call them, thieves or whatever, right? If they're taking payments and those payments can be reversed. That's not what a scammer does. A scammer will have you wire them, pay you cash. A person who's an honest seller is not going to ring up a $10,000 sale um, and then put themselves at risk for a product that doesn't work. I wouldn't do it, man. So, these guys here, the sad thing is that there's no fucking way this guy, the black guy t-shirt help desk, he's not helping you. He's actually harming you. The guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. It's like when I meet somebody and they're like, "Oh, Ernest, what about Supercolor?" Dude, Supercolor's fucking dead. Supercolor is dead. It's game fucking over when the average person can go out and buy a DTF printer and print their own transfers right there on the spot, gang up their transfers, and if they're lucky, they can find one of these Epson printers, on Craigslist or something like that, watch my videos and figure out how to make it work. And they've only spent what, in some cases, I've seen people pick up printers that are 40, 50 bucks, $200, $300. Well, the what the hell would a person use Supercolor for if you can just grab your own desktop printer and do it yourself? Dude, Supercolor is crashing, right? They're in deep shit, and quite honestly, it's going to take somebody like a real printer like myself to save their ass, but they don't want to be saved, right? They have their Rum has his own train of thought on what to do, and it's killing him, man. It's killing him by using the DST method. It's just way too expensive. So you have all these people that are out, blowing the balls of Supercolor, 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 Supercolor. Well, nobody's gonna fucking use Supercolor, dude. You can't compete. If I'm screen printing, which I have great screen printing equipment, if I'm screen printing and doing 100 shirts, it's gonna take you forever to eat. You can't even match the cost of a screen printer using Supercolor or white toner. Man, white toner, the transfers alone are going to cost you $7 the sheets just to get the blank sheets. $4 to $7, man. How do you compete against that? You can't. Now with as technology is evolving in this, dude, inkjet printers, the technology is going to get incredible, man. And I don't want to talk about this yet because what if there was a weedless inkjet transfer printer? Well, there is. It's called DTF. So nobody's going to be using inkjet transfers anymore like the old method with the white background. There's just no point in it. So the year 2022 is upon us, and what we want you to realize, what I want you to realize is, man, that if you can't get a YouTube video reviewer to show you a receipt of purchase, why are you listening to them? That's what I want to know. And of course, nobody is really going to bring that up. They're just going to be like, oh, it's this t-shirt guy, that t-shirt guy, when in fact, they have everything to gain and you have everything to lose. Nathan, thank you, man. Nathan says he's intrigued at my ability to repair printers. That's another thing about what we do at our place, right? Is that, we have printers that we bought over almost now $75,000 worth of Epson printers. I bought the last printers available in the country. You just cannot get our LEP 6000 printers unless you find one somewhere, and then you got to go adjust the print head and stuff, and that's a nightmare. So when I first started printing with my Epson P600, I had built my own direct-to-garment printer, and you guys go way back in the years past and see these printers just spread out all over my living room floor, and both of my wives screaming and complaining at me, there's nowhere to walk. And then when I started printing, with that Epson P600, you know, I never had a clogged, unrepairable print head because I was printing so much with it. But then it became, you know, the ability, DTF hit us, and I started getting these L1800s from China. And then after that, I'm like, fuck it, dude, these things are too slow. You're talking about what, 90 nozzles or 180 nozzles? I forget what's on that thing. 90 nozzles, I think, by 6 channels. And while the technology was good, again, I printed this on the L1800, man, the world's first DTF print in the United States of America. Let me see if I can just pull this up because it's actually a great video in case you guys don't know about it. And let's see over here. Let's do. See if I can find this thing. It's on my Facebook wall. First desktop printer in the United States of America, which is right here. It's actually in my Epson group.
For some reason, I just forgot the whole process, but
let's see. So you can actually see. Whoops! I don't want to blast that guy right there. This is the first desktop DTF print in the USA, October 4th, 2020. So, and then of course, this is the shirt right here.
Quality of the photos are just.
So that's the shirt still in use right here. And as we take a look at this, you know, there's not a single breakdown of the image. It's perfect, and it's been washed and washed and washed. And once again, you know, looking at a white toner print, look at this crap, man. I mean, do you guys really want to sell this shit? You know, again, I can just flake all this crap off with my finger, and that was printed with the T-seal because everybody's like, oh, T-seal. And even I thought it, you know, at one time T-seal was the way to go, you know, and of course it is. But now there's no fucking reason why anybody should be spending $6,000 to $7,000 for a white toner printer. It just doesn't make sense. And the only ones who are happy about the white toner printer sales are the motherfuckers selling the paper, right? I mean, they get to win. So YouTube influencers, you cannot trust what they're saying. They don't, like I said, man, they don't care. It doesn't matter which YouTube influencer it is, right? They really don't give a fuck about what happens to the customer on the back end, because that customer on the back end is stuck with the bill, not the YouTube video reviewer. So what does it make a difference to a company like Joe Dovey, who has iColor or Uninet? What does it make a difference if they give them, you know, a $3,000 printer? They know that the videos are going to sell them 10 printers. They know that CAMS, the Print Hustle or Print Life, sorry, they know that guy, God, it pisses me off, this guy, man. They know that Cam is never going to come back and say, dude, this is a terrible product. And of course he's not. Why would he, right? That's not what a YouTube video reviewer does. A YouTube video, cheap DTG printer, the best direct-to-garment printer alternative. No, it's not. Fuck, dude. You know, that's where these guys get something for free, and they're like, dude, I can make a video that's it's going to cross over 500,000 views. I wouldn't do shit like that to you, right? I want you to be able to get a printer that's going to make you shitloads of money. And a lot of people will argue with me about this, right? But these LEP 6000 24-inch printers that I have, and especially if you're one of the lucky ones that I release an Asian Epson P6000 to, which are by far the best DTF printers in the industry, because you don't have to maintenance it that much. You want to use it. They're made to print non-stop, right? They're made to be busy. But the maintenance, the fact that any Epson service technician can repair this printer is what makes these printers phenomenal, right? Truly, I am the person, my wife and I, actually both of my wives and I, we bought 100 printers from Epson. I bought the last in the world that you can get. As a matter of fact, we have like another 45 coming in February. And that's it. They're gone. They're extinct. And so when I started, for some of you, when I started these LEP 6000 printers, let me see if I can pull one up real quick. These LEP 6000 printers, when I first got them, I sold, I was like, well, because I thought that at the time I was going to get, 500 of these printers. But then Epson put the kibosh on that really fucking quick, They told me I'd be able to buy these printers, and then it just all of a sudden, man, like very fast, I buy these printers from Epson for a very, very good price. And what the hell is this? Hold on, let's see. I wish there was a way that I didn't have to watch this shit. Okay, right there, those ads. All right. So these printers right here, man, they are the absolute best in the industry, hands down, because of their print quality. The print quality that these printers can print is up at 2880 by 1440 resolution, whereas all the Chinese 2, 3, 4 head printers, they may be real fast, right? Without a fucking doubt. They're extremely fast, but they're 400 nozzles, and these Epson printers are 360 nozzles. Not a big difference. The difference is in the print quality. The print quality is that you can print true photographic prints on these at 2880 by 1440 resolution. You can't do that on any Asian printer because I believe they're 2, 4, 6, and 8 pass, and that's 720 resolution. So, they're great for vector artwork. Like if you were just going to print a bunch of this right here, right, which are just solid designs like that, yeah, you could haul ass. But when you start getting into prints like this that have to be color managed correctly, and, the detail of the print is so small, the small desktop printers have more capability. An Epson P600, P800, P400, 4900, 5000. They all have phenomenal printing capabilities beyond these Asian printers. And, but that's a different story, right? The story that I guess I want everybody to take home is don't believe a YouTube video reviewer. 9 out of 10 times they got that product for free. And 9 out of 10 times they don't give a fuck what happens to your business. When I sell a printer to a person, I take great thought and great, caution when I turn down more people than I sell printers to because, one, they're just the wrong type of company for this. So I went all the way to Columbus, Ohio after somebody told me, hey, man, I've got a large format printer, and I go in and see what they've got, and they've just got a small little 8.5 by 11 desktop Epson EcoTank printer, and man, I felt so fucking slighted. I was like, dude, this is going to be a nightmare, and it turned out to be a nightmare. I got through it, but I would expect that you would ask me, Ernest, how much did your wife and your family pay, for all these printers? Can you show us a receipt? And I'd be like, sure. I bought every one of these. We didn't get these printers just so that, we could do reviews. We're not cross-selling them from anybody. They're not printers that that are they're not printers that somebody else owns. We own these. We work on these printers. We have a full-time Epson technician. Now you go onto Epson's website and you type in Epson Repair in Boston, and our company comes up because we repair Epson printers, Epson DTF printers. We repair, a lot of the printers that people can't fix themselves. But look, why wouldn't you out there buy a printer like this? I mean, you can knock off 25 to 30 full color transfers every 60 minutes. And you know, we have dryer units, heater dryer units and stuff like that, conveyor dryers, roll to roll dryers. And by far, when you're looking at the capability of these printers, man, there, in my opinion, there's very little that can match this. I know that the image that I'm printing right here would look terrible if I ordered it from Dennis Moon, or, you know, I have ordered a bunch of those transfers, or, you know, the, what's the guy's name? Mike Exunis, or one of these guys that have an Audley printer. There's no way I could get by with selling the image that's there. It's a very, very detailed image, and it has to be printed at a resolution above 720 by 720. Nonetheless, for vector graphics and stuff like that, you know, just words and something that a screen printer could do. Yeah, dude, you know, these transfers are the way to, you know, the way to go. So, you know, when we're looking at this right here, so the, you know, the benefit is that the resolution of these printers is phenomenal, man. I printed photos with these printers and then pressed them to dark canvas. And, you know, I printed canvas gallery wraps for years. It's a major thrust in our business. So, you know, the one thing that I want you to realize is, man, just don't trust these YouTube influencers. You know, take and look at what they're showing you versus, you know, evaluate the cost of the item. Because obviously, if an item's $7,000, do you think the average YouTube video reviewer is going to buy that? Hell no, dude. No, 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 no. Right? So it also comes back to the companies, right? The companies, the Joe Dovies out there that'll just send these things out to people to do reviews on, not caring about the amount of fucking people that are trying to sell off their white toner printers. So, you know, the long-term effect is that if you buy one of those white toner printers, you're going to be up shit creek without a paddle. And if you listen to the average YouTube video reviewer, you're going to be up shit creek without a paddle. So does that mean that all reviewers are telling falsities? No, that doesn't at all. It just means that there's a secret ambition, if you will. There's an ulterior motive behind the YouTube video reviewer. And I've had so many of them tell me, Ernest, you know, I really don't fucking care what people spend, man. That's not my product is to become a YouTube influencer or a Reyes or one of these guys that, you know, just make a video and burn off and not care about your financial hook that you're in. Look, there's people that message me all of the time, and they're like, dude, you know, I bought a white toner printer. I have a $7,000 bill to pay. And I'm like, you have more than that. You have the fact that you can't really get heavily involved because the amount of money that you're in. You've definitely got to hustle to get out of it. You got to hustle to make that money. And you just can't with a white toner. Man, you cannot make that money. It's too expensive of a process. So I see this, and a lot of people ask me all the time whether or not they should, you know, buy one of these printers. And I tell them, yeah, don't, you know, go get, if you're going to spend that kind of money, you know, come to me and I'll set you up with a DTF printer that is perfect for fabrics. And if you're going to be printing on hard substances, well, we've got alternative things that you can do. You know, we have sublimation that works perfect. You know, the sublimation's a crave that's, you know, going off the hook right now. There's UV printing, and now there's acrylic and epoxy layering on items, which I fell in love with, man. I love to epoxy, print and acrylic print. It's a lot of fun. So anyways, I don't want to take a lot of your time. I have to go to the shop today. I got to get busy, man. There's stuff that I got to take care of. And if you're in New England, reach out to me. I can get you a DTF printer and get you set up. Not with, we have desktops like P800s that have come directly from Epson that are refurbished. And we have the largest collection of 4900s in the country. And they are expensive because there are no more from Epson. That's it. There are no more. I have the last collection in the country. My collection of printers is even greater than my one competitor, but we both bought from Epson at the same time. At the time that I bought, though, he had a little bit more money than I had. And then, when I went and re-upped my purchase, I bought the last of the remaining printers. So now I've got about, I think in our warehouse, we have about 110 printers and 40 more coming. So the ability to print on a shirt and have a lasting print like this right here is only going to come from DTF. Whether people like it or not, it's the wave that this industry is going toward. Screen printing is in deep shit right now. It's a lot easier to buy a $10,000 printer and print a shitload of shirts without having to have all the emulsion and stuff like that. And if you are a screen printer and you're thinking about buying a direct-to-garment printer, don't call me first. Don't buy that printer. Call me first, and especially if you're in New England, and we'll get you set up with a great printer. It's not hard to maintain. You don't need 2, 3, 4 heads on a printer. You don't need to buy from China and further weaken the country. You just need to slow down and buy an Epson industrial printer that can DTF. And doing so will save you a phenomenal amount of time and a phenomenal amount of money. And I've got, 63 of these printers sold in the market. Not one has a clogged head. Not one. And what's cool about these printers is that, one of the channels on, these industrial printers that I have, one channel can clog. You can turn that off and print with 3 whites just as fast as 4. That's mind-blowing. I even have a person that is only running 2 white channels, printer prints at the same speed, and he turned 2 white off in the case that he is going to clog a head. And I'm like, dude, you're a fool. There's extensive cleaning processes in these printers. You've got your clean by color pairs. You've got your, light clean, power clean, and then you've got your super strong clean that you can use that'll clear up any head. I mean, I've never had a clogged print head in one of these printers. And I can tell you that because I have so many out there and people that are using them from all levels of printing, from the screen printing companies that are doing 500-600 shirts a day to the guy that's doing 20 to 30 shirts a day, and even the guy that's doing 50 shirts a week. So it's all in how you want your business to perform. Do you want to spend more time maintaining and fucking with the printer? Then buy a desktop printer. Buy a P600. Buy a P800. Man, those things will waste your life in maintaining. If you want to be printing, get busy printing, then you buy an LEP 6000, one of our large printers. You can start these things out, and I have the best dryers for them. And people talk a lot of shit about me and what we're doing with these printers. And the reason they talk about a lot of shit like these, bums like Chris and Roro Martinez and all these guys, they talk shit because you know why? They can't go to fucking Epson or anywhere and buy the same printers that I bought, so they can't get in the game. So because they can't get in the game, they're like, oh, Ernest is this, Ernest is that. And yeah, because you motherfuckers didn't have the cash to put up for these printers, you wouldn't go into debt because Epson says, we're not going to sell you one printer. You want to buy a printer, you have to buy 50. God damn, 50 printers. You want to know, when I started these things and I was selling these printers at $2,500 fucking dollars, right? And that's because Epson was selling me these printers. They're refurbished. We're getting rid of them. They were selling them to me for $500. So I said, okay, cool, man. I can make a little bit of scratch on that. And my wife's like, yeah, dude, I don't want to charge people 5 times a markup for a printer, Ernest. We want them printing. You know, she just wants to sell and get rid of them. Well, then Epson came back and said, hey, man, we're going to raise the price on you to $2,000. I'm like, cool, man, fuck, what happened, you know? So then we released the printers out at $5,000. And Epson comes back and says, hey, man, we're going to raise the price on you now to $3,000. So I'm like, fuck, man. Now I got to sell these things for $69.95 to make any money, pay for the delivery. And Epson comes back and says, hey, guess what? We've got a limited amount of printers that we're selling in the country to one person. And if you want these printers, you have to buy 50 of them. And I'm like, okay, how much are they now? They're $5,000 fucking dollars. Fuck. And I sit and think, man, is it fucking worth it? Is it worth it to do that? And then, of course, it's worth it because there are no more. And they're the best fucking printers in the world, man. They are the best DTF printers in the world. I'm an Oddly dealer. I can order an Oddly and have it shipped over, or a Subly Star and have it shipped over from China. But wait, I don't do that. I won't buy from China. Why? Because I care about us here. There's no reason for me to do that. You know, I let the companies like DTF Superstore and all these other guys buy from China and create a 3 or 4 tier markup, you know, and God bless them. That's what they do, right? I mean, I've sold a bunch of printers to DTF Superstore as well, Epson P600s, and I've sold printers just about to every company. DTG Pro, they bought my printers. Many companies out there have bought my printers that are selling DTG or DTF printers, right? Because they're the best fucking printers in the world. And they know that if a customer gets one of these or they get 2 of them, that they can just continually print. And they're so easy to fix. But these Chinese printers take a technician to fly in, and they're very expensive to repair them. But at the very beginning, they're very good. You got to worry about when you get a year out or 8 months out, what the hell's going to be happening with that printer. So I'm going to quit ranting now. I got to get to the shop. The baby's crying. By the way, the baby's walking. 9 months old, and my baby's walking already. Just mind blown, you know, very happy. But I'm going to let you guys go. It's good talking to you. Don't trust a video YouTube reviewer. Take what they're telling you as the guy's trying to sell videos. He's trying to sell counts and numbers and hits. And he's not trying to get a valuable product out there. So the best video review you can get is from somebody who's trying to sell his own product, right? And those are the people that you should be listening to, not somebody that's out there trying to hustle it. What the fuck is the purpose, man? They make a video that's going to make them maybe $100 every quarter, and for that they want to put you into $6,000 or $7,000 white toner debt. Man, don't fucking do it. Don't go buy an Omni 330 TX $25,000 fucking DTG printer. That's the next thing I'm going to be looking at doing a video on, because those are just rebranded Epson desktop printers. No need to do that, man. We have the best printers in the United States of America for DTF. You don't believe me? Buy one. You'll be like me. You won't buy one. You'll buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way till you get to 100. It's kind of funny. On that note, I'm going to go hang out with my little guy before I go to the shop, and I've got to print about 1,000 stickers. Look, man, if you're in New England, reach out to me about a DTF printer. Dude, they'll blow your mind. I have printers from, 44 inches wide to 64 inches wide, 17-inch, 360 nozzle printers. I've got the largest setup of DTF Epson base printers in the country, hands down. So I can help you guys out, and you're not going to be misled. But what I will not fucking do, right? I'll sell you a printer, but I'm not going to tell you how to run it. I'll set it up for you, but training and all that, that's an extra fee. And that's the main complaint. Oh, I thought I was going to, from these small desktop printers in my history of selling these printers. Man, I thought I was going to get a converted desktop printers. You don't need to take out the fucking pizza wheels, okay, guys? That's what they're called. They're roller wheels. You don't need to take those out. Learn how to print with less density of ink. And when you do that, your prints will be soft, right? God damn, people really blow my mind. But on that note, everybody, happy printing and make it a great day. Make it a day of 2022 to reach your goals, get out of debt, and buy the printers that I think are going to make you a shitload of money and that you can just do so much with. These Epson 24 and 44 inch printers, dude, are incredible devices. I talk about them all the time because it's the review you want to hear. It's the review that you need to hear. You need to hear that these are good printers and that they can keep printing and printing and printing. So, have a good day, everybody. Be blessed out there. Be safe. And, you know, take care of yourselves, right? You know where I stand on vaccinations. Don't get vaccinated. Just stop eating meat. 99% of your illnesses will go away when you do that, right? So it's a proven fact, man, that if a vegan or vegetarian contracts COVID, that the severity of the virus is so non-impacting. But for some reason, to those people that are dairy consumers and meat eaters, COVID hits them with the message of death. So I think it's the flu, but I'm not a immunologist, nor am I a medical doctor. I'm just a guy that's been fucked over by a lot of doctors, and I don't trust them. On that note, I think we're coming through another lockdown, man. There's been over 1 million so-called reported cases of COVID in Massachusetts. If you go look in your I got to show you something before we go. What the fuck's going on here? Maybe you guys can tell me. Let me show you something. You want to be mind blown? This will rock your world, man. It rocked mine. And it brought up a little bit of concern. We're going to go over here to our local AMC movie theater, which is right here in Boston. But check this out, man. Something very, very, very intriguing is happening. Let's go to allow, so it'll pick up my location. We're in Boston, so let's go right here. If you start looking at your local theaters, you'll notice something very, very strange, right? I think we're coming through a lockdown. When you go look through your theaters beyond January 10th, and I've never seen this happen with theaters, beyond January 10th, you can't find a video to go watch. You can only do private theater rentals. So what are they doing? Are we about to go through another lockdown? I don't know. Research it on your own channel. Research it on your end. Theaters seem to be closing down for some reason. And don't know what the fuck's going on. But my baby's coming in. He's going to want to get changed. And when he sees me, he's going to want to freak out. Let's see. Are you walking, little buddy? Hi. You come say hello? Come on, say hello to everybody. Can you walk to Papa? Come on, take a walk. Come on. Mama will hold you. Take a walk, come on. Walk all by yourself. You don't need to hold Mama's hands. You've been walking all day. Come on. Come on, I can't do it. Let's see. Can you walk to Daddy? Come on. Walk. Come on. Oh, no. Come on. Stand up and walk for everybody. Come on. Are you sleepy? You just woke up? Oh, he just woke up, guys. Come on. Walk to Daddy. I got you. Come on. Oh, you just woke up. Okay. He just woke up. Sorry, guys. Whoops. Didn't mean to go up my wife's legs, but, it's catching the baby. You don't want to walk? You don't want to walk right now? You just woke up out of bed? Okay, we'll see you, everybody. You know what his message to you is? Buy an LEP 6000 Brenner, right? You didn't walk for everybody. You didn't show off. You didn't want to do a human trick. It's okay. You'll wake up. We'll have him at the shop today. So long, everybody. Be blessed and make today awesome. And stop eating meat. Yeah, that way, if they do get the flu, it'll just pass right through them. Yeah, he's tired. He's growing up, everybody. So long. Say bye. Say bye. Wave bye-bye. Bye-bye.